talk to us about your communications with China? Has President Xi reached out at all since the tariff?
Well, I don't want to say who's reached out. I just say that I think it's going to work out, hopefully well.
Including TikTok?
They're very big. It's hard to get over, if you're me, what they've done to our country. They've destroyed our economic base to a large extent. The good news is we're very vibrant, and we're going to get it back fast. We already have. Look, we're making $2 billion a day now, and during Biden, we were losing $3 billion a day. Biden was a disaster. He was the worst president in the history of our country. And, to me, worse than that, because the money you can make if you have the right guy in this position.
And I read your tweet off the top because I'm glad so many people are seeing this, Dana. You said stop, just stop it. Trump didn't blink. He's manipulating the markets and his friends are making a killing. This was all over. This was Jack, blah, blah, blah. Hang on one second. No, today might have been the largest insider trading event in American history, just putting that out there. I mean, Dana, my point is it can be more than one thing. It absolutely was that. But he also did blink because he's a complete coward and moron. I mean, it's because of the bond markets and, Goldman Sachs using the R word, recession. I mean... It's like,
I think it's a multitude of things, and I agree with you. But to give him, we know that his buddies are making. Well, I said this right after the election. I said this is about to be the biggest smash and grab we've ever seen in this country, and it's happening in live time. We're seeing it, but it is affecting all of us. It's not like they're just stealing surplus money. They are taking our money that we have invested, 401ks, retirement plans. And the fact that Republicans are not louder of this because their constituents are losing their retirement, mind-boggling to me. I mean, get a spine, say something.
I mean, David Pakman, our friend here, was all over this. Stocks dropped 14.5% from their highs since Trump's tariff announcement. They've now recovered as of this moment 9.4%, are still down 6.4% from their high. Trump is calling this a victory despite nothing being fixed about trade and despite countries giving Trump nothing. What exactly is the victory? You're right. His rich friends. If you had insider information, the rest of us didn't. Your retirement money isn't just magically back because the market rebounded some, right?
I mean, if this happens every single time, if they're making billions and you lose 6% every single time this happens, you're not getting that money back. We're not getting that money back. Right. His buddies are making a killing. And if we lose 6% on everything we have for the rest of his administration, that's going to add up fast. I hope people start getting loud about this.
Yeah. And we were saying we're glad Senator Schiff is doing something. Senator Adam Schiff has announced that due to the chaos surrounding tariff policy, he will investigate whether anyone engaged in insider trading. Trump may be immune from prosecution, but those around him are not. It's time to decimate this MAGA circle. Because I think that's the problem, is we look at Trump's DOJ, SEC, FBI, you're like, who's going to do anything about anything?
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean we can do nothing about just obvious crimes in broad daylight, right? Yeah,
put them in front of the public. That was the whole point of even having these public impeachment, inquiries when he was running, before of going, why does it matter? Why does it matter? It matters to the general public. There's going to be another election, and it is important that the general public understands exactly how badly they're getting screwed by this administration. And it doesn't matter how you voted, and it doesn't matter what state you live in. It's affecting you now.
Yeah. Well, this one, I mean, Adam Schiff said, we just witnessed the full Trump cycle. 1, make a horrible policy decision. 2, create a lot of pain. 3, falsely claim the problem is solved. 4, reverse course. 5, leave things worse than before. Rinse and repeat. I mean, and as we keep saying, what happens in 90 days? We do this again?
Yeah. He is the arsonist and the firefighter. Yeah. And why people don't know that by now is just mind-boggling.
Yeah, I think it was a Chris Hayes's tweet about, it's like you panicked, you started the house on fire, you panicked because of pressure, put it out. Well, now you have a partially burned house. So thanks a lot,
So
victory.
He's Donald Sutherland in Backdraft.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. You said it. You said, I don't care who you voted for. If you can't admit these last couple months have been an absolute show, you're part of a cult. I mean, that's it. It's the people that just vociferously yesterday, where he knows he's a genius. These tariffs are, they're off. He's also a genius because now they're, I mean, it's just so whiplash.
He doesn't know what he's doing. His own guy who is this based on his tariffs is a moron. I mean, Navarro made up a source in his books that Jared Kushner saw a title of and was like, we got to use this guy for our tariffs. Peter Navarro made up a source, and it was an anagram of his own name, some guy named Ron Vera.
Right.
And he used that as the source to all the knowledge that he had on tariffs. And then he's the one advising the president. I mean, it is such a clown show.
Okay, Chris, who
Yes?
said why this decision was made? Well, I thought, people were getting a little bit out of line. They were getting yippy. They were getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid because, we have a big job to do.
Huckleberry Hound.
No, that would be Orange Hitler. There's no. All right, there's all this analysis, Dana. One key to the change, Trump's decision to give Scott Bessent, is that the Treasury Secretary more authority. He flew down to, what do you call it, Mar-a-Lago on Sunday. Many people close to Trump believe the Treasury Secretary could find an exit ramp. The Journal also reports that mounting concerns from business leaders played a role. Trump privately acknowledged his trade policy could trigger a recession, but he wanted to be sure it didn't cause a depression. I mean, yeah, his rich funders, pressured him. He saw what was happening to the bond market. He saw Goldman Sachs, call it a recession coming. And he panicked. He went, okay, time to pull the plug on this insider trading scam. Now's the time. And I'm sure he notified everybody. Here's when I'm going to do it.
Exactly it. Every journalist could put in a headline that says this appears, and then it wouldn't be whatever they can sue them for. This appears to be insider trading. Like, why can't all you have to do is put that qualification in there and actually write stories about what it appears is happening. And if enough people do it, maybe they'll actually start reading these articles.
What I was saying earlier is, why couldn't I accidentally have gotten added to a signal chat telling me when to buy and sell stocks?
Right.
Why can't
Would've
that
been nice,
accidentally
wouldn't it?
happen?
I know.
'Cause
My last
there's
name's
those.
Goldberg. I thought I'd get lucky, and I still didn't.
Right. They think it was Goldman Sachs by accident.
That's right. Add all the Goldbergs, all the Goldmans, all the Goldsteins, whatever. One of us is going to just keep adding them.
You have a tip. You said whoever has JD in their phone as VP better change it before they accidentally add Putin to their next war plan chat.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure he's probably already on it. But
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, I do wonder if the last one was added by accident or not. I don't know. I don't trust any of these people. And I also think most of them are morons. Hegseth, we know, is an absolute moron. I just, the fact that these people are running the most important parts of our security right now in this world, and a lot of them are Russian, allegedly Russian spies. It's scary.
And also, Dana, a lot of these Republicans, business leaders, they all know what an S show this is, too. This is them all going to Trump going, oh, my God, stop this. But I was saying it is amazing. What was it? Tommy Tuberville. Mm-hmm. I'm like, they're so panicked that they're trying the trans issue again. Tommy Tuberville, like, there's entire men's teams that are turning trans. There's entire women's teams that are turning Like,
yep.
They think,
That's their
that worked
talking
during
point.
the election, so let's distract from this horrible tariff and worldwide financial meltdown with trans people again, right?
My hope is that they overplay this card so obviously that people start to go, oh, wait a minute. Maybe this isn't an issue like I thought it was. Maybe they're just using this as an excuse. John Oliver had a great segment on his show about how they are just testing this. They're testing this to see how people respond to trans women in sports. Because if you take out in sports at the end, then you get to actually dehumanize people in whatever area you want.
Yeah.
We have to be careful with the way we are talking about our trans and non-binary community. Even if you don't agree that they should be in one aspect of life, you give people permission to dehumanize them in all. So
Thank
be
you.
careful about what you're saying, please.
In America, personal religious beliefs should be just that, personal. But today, Christian nationalism is on the rise, threatening separation of church and state. Laws are being passed based on religious doctrine instead of reason, eroding our rights and freedoms in legislatures, public schools, even in courtrooms. One set of religious beliefs is being forced onto everyone else, but that's not what our founders intended. The Freedom from Religion Foundation is fighting back as the nation's leading group of free thinkers working to keep religion out of government. FFRF protects your right to think for yourself, whether you've always been secular, left religion behind, or simply believe in true religious freedom for everyone. If we don't stand up now, we may lose our religious freedoms. Join FFRF in defending our secular constitution and keeping faith a personal choice, not a government mandate. Visit ffrf.us/freedom to learn more, become a member, or text my last name Miller to 511-511, because in a truly free country, no one's faith should dictate everyone's future. Text Miller to 511-511 today.